Hello everyone, thank you so much to join us today. Now I will show you and present to you about the configuration Mikrotik second chapters, dynamic client configuration on Mikrotik. At this meet, I will discuss about dynamic client. Understanding on a dynamic client, dynamic host configuration protocol (DHCP) is a service that allows device to automatically distribute or assign IP address to hosts in a network. How it works: the dynamic server will respond to requests sent by the dynamic client. Dynamic function, a service in charge of requesting an IP address to dynamic server. The services received by the dynamic client are not only IP address but complete with net mask, domain, gateway, and a DNS, and etc. First of all, make sure you have the Winbox application. Then open the application. Also, make sure your laptop or a PC is connected to router board Mikrotik using at least one LAN cable. If the appers do you want to run this file, click run. A login with admin and the password is blank in Mikrotik by default and connect. Now, before the start configuration in dynamic client, we must have the security profile and have make a running wireless interface and just configuration. But if you don't know about the configuration, you can check my video in the Internet Access Lab 1.1. You can check in my video. See, now is Winbox GUI. Check the interface wireless print. The status is X, that means it's disabled. Now we enable this interface. Interface wireless enable VLAN enter. And check again interface wireless print and it's active but not running. So we have make a security profile and the access to access point or the hotspot. I'm using a hotspot is Intel my Wi-Fi 2. First we make security profile. Interface wireless security profiles. And example is my name Andry. This mode is dynamic. And then authentication is admin CCM TKP. Authentication WPA Pisca PA2 Pisca. And then unicast chippers is admin CCM. Okay. And then the group chipper is same with unicast chipper admin CCM. KP. And then WPA pre-share key is password in my hotspot. The password is Intel wireless pass2. Make sure WPA to pre-share is same password in the WPA pre-share key. The password is same Intel wireless pass2 and then click enter. Check the interface wireless security profile print. And then I have the security profile and have been make queue to quit. And then scan your hotspot on the Mikrotik. In the command is interface wireless scan LAN 1. Okay. This is my SSID. Quit. Now we set the access point. AP is mean access point with the security profile that we created earlier. The command is interface wireless set VLAN 1 SSID. Using this command, if you using a SSID is have space using this type, but you have the SSID is not have space, you just not add this type. Only SSID. Example is Intel, but I have space is error. Just you must add this type. Intel my Wi-Fi 2. You can see it's not error. You must have add this type and the SSID. If you have SSID has space, you must add this type, right? And then make a security profile is set same Andry. Check your interface wireless print, right? The status is active and running. Now we make a dynamic client to the interface VLAN 1 wireless interface that has been running. Then see the IP dynamic client that has been created. IP dynamic client print. Okay, I don't have make dynamic client. Just we make IP dynamic client. Add interface is wireless VLAN 1. Now we can check again in command IP dynamic client print and see the interface VLAN 1 is add and the status is disabled and invalid. We enable first the interface. The command is interface. The command is IP dynamic client enable numbers. The numbers is 0. Enter and check again the IP dynamic client print. It starts searching. Click again, type your command in the terminal IP dynamic client print until status is bound and IP address. As you can see, status is bound and IP address have given by dynamic server. And this client have the IP address. Look again at the IP dynamic client print. When it is done, the bound status will appear and receive an automatic IP address from the internet service provider or hotspot or your access point. If it is not there and status is still searching, you can repeat the command until the IP address appears. See the registered IP address with the command IP address print. IP address print. The status is dynamic. Interface VLAN 1 and the address is 192.168.43 and point 270 is dynamic. And also check the IP DNS. And the IP dynamic client who is requested in IP dynamic server have the automatic dynamic servers. Now we can check again in root. IP root, IP DNS is done, IP address is done. Now IP root. IP root is done. That mean is active dynamic, A for active, D for dynamic, and C is connect. Then try ping the gateway. Ping 192 and then 168.43.1. And as you can see, the router board is connected to the DNS automatically. And you can also ping google.com. As you can see, this router board has connected to internet because in my hotspot Intel have the access point and give to the router board using IP dynamic client configuration. Alright, that's all from me for this meet. Hopefully helpful. See you next time on the configuration in Mikrotik Labs Chapter 2. Bye bye.